Hi everyone. So I wanted to make another video to clear up a few things. Firstly, a lot of people are assuming that my mother overdosed on medication or drugs. She did not overdose on prescription medication. She did not overdose on any illicit drugs. The reason I am trying to fight to implement a policy to notify the next of kin for high-risk patients is because of what the autopsy said. The autopsy stated that my mother was down to 34 kilos. My mother's heart gave out. She had pneumonia from a long lie on the ground and hypothermia. Here's the thing. My mother was emaciated and malnourished. That's also stated in the autopsy. So how is it a woman, a high-risk patient, can go to the doctors every single week, be down to 34 kilos, malnourished, and a doctor not intervene? To be on Valium, Panadeine Forte, and Deptran for decades and never have her heart checked. You can go online and you can search up each medication. For my mother to withdraw off Valium on its own, cold turkey, she would have died. And I have seen her withdraw off Valium, and she has seizures. Secondly, she was prescribed 17 tablets a day. How is that morally right? I don't understand that. To prescribe somebody 180 Panadeine for a month when she's addicted to prescription medication and the doctor knows she uses drugs, I don't see how that can be morally right. If you read up the doctor's handbook, it is available online. I've Googled it and I've read it all. And it states in there, in my own words, that a doctor has to do everything that he can for his patient. So I know 100% there's a breach of duty of care and medical negligence. To be down to 34 kilos and still be on the same dosage, that medication would still be affecting her, but affecting her more because she's lost so much weight. Also, to be going to the doctors every single week, the doctor would see her deteriorate and not intervene. In Victoria, we have what's called a compulsory treatment order. You can even Google that too. That's when a doctor can intervene. If my mother's not eating or something's wrong, like, do something, intervene. A lot of you people have turned around and said, oh, but you're her daughter and you should have been there for her and all this stuff. Yes, to a certain degree. But let's put it this way. Hypothetically, you've got a high-risk patient in your family. Elderly, somebody that is addicted to alcohol, drugs, medication, and you want to go on holidays with your family. Are you going to go to the doctors and put in a policy, a written policy, for them to contact you while you're away on holidays for a couple of weeks? Or are you going to trust that your doctor is going to ring you or help the patient if something goes wrong? Because I'm pretty sure that that's the last thing on your mind, to have a written policy. I'm pretty sure that you would just be like, look, my family members looked after, they're at the doctors, If something goes wrong, the doctor will ring me. That's exactly what I was brought up to believe. And because my mother was high risk. What I'm trying to get at is that nobody, and I mean nobody, should have to, excuse me, should have to go through what me and my family have gone through. Nobody deserves to die the way my mother did. My mother went to the doctors on it was either the 8th or the 9th of May. Her next appointment was on the 16th. I got my mother's phone and her last text message was to me, but she had no credit. She was still alive on the 14th of May. To read the autopsy, and it states pneumonia from long lie on the ground. What does that say? She was there on the ground, not moving, couldn't move probably because she's so malnourished and unwell. And she was just laying there helpless. The doctor could have done a welfare check. That's what I'm saying. Written policy or not, the doctor's supposed to be there to care for their patients. The doctor told me back in December, like the December before the May, so that's only, 5 months. The doctor reassured me my mum was okay because I spoke to the doctor. And I said, look, I'm a bit worried about my mum. Is she okay? The doctor reassured me, yes, she's fine. She's here every single week on the dot. Same time on the dot. So that made me feel good. Yes, I didn't see my mother regularly, but I had trust. And I would still message, I'd still call people, have you seen my mum, is she okay? People would tell me, I've seen your mum down the street, she's okay. That gave me that calmness, knowing my mum's okay. But to read that autopsy, I will never get that out of my head. Not even a dog deserves to die like that. So just think about what I said. And if you want to ask questions, please go ahead and message me. Just reach out. I'm happy to ask questions. I can't tell you the doctor she went to or anything like that, obviously, or the doctor or doctors. But I will do my best to answer questions to help you understand a little bit more. Please, if you agree in what I'm saying, can you please sign the petition and share it? Because I am fighting for this, not just for my mother, but to save lives. Because this cannot happen again. It's inhumane. And whether you're an alcoholic, a drug user, a drug addict, you're still human and you're still loved. And everybody deserves to get treated fairly and to die in dignity. Much love to you all. Mwah.